friends, welcome back to the shop. I recently got back from Montana and had a great visit there with friends, and put up a few videos. Hopefully you saw those. If you didn't, I'll put them in the description and you can check them out. I went to a couple of flea markets and showed you what we were looking at there. Several people in those videos said, why didn't you pick that up? Why didn't you pick that up? Or I would have picked this up. And yes, if money were no object and time were no object, we'd be picking up a lot more things than we did. But we did pick up some stuff. And so I want to show you a couple of things. The first one is from a friend of mine. He lives in Montana, but was visiting family in Michigan. And he was at a flea market, saw a couple things, and so he texted me and said, hey, would you be interested in these things? And so I told him I would be. The first thing is this large maul. Check it out. It's just a very unique shape. I kind of liked it, and I was curious about it. Wasn't going to do too much, but then he started showing me some close-up pictures, and it's made in Japan. So I don't know if it was made for import or export to the rest of the world, or what it is, how it ended up here. It'd be neat to know some of the history of some of these tools. But this thing is huge. I think it's the biggest one I have. This is an 8-pound. I've got a couple of sledgehammers that are 8-pound. I don't think I have a maul that's an 8-pound. So, and it may be one that I would not want to necessarily be swinging all day, but I just thought it was very unique look, and so he picked that up for me, and I appreciate that. Then another thing I picked up at one of the flea markets I was at was this, I think it's a 3-foot handsaw, and it just, the thing that really caught my eye was that it has a metal handle. Let me go ahead and bring you down here on the bench so we can look at this and look at a few other things as well. So here's this handle. You can see it's all metal. It's got a slot through it. I don't know if that was to reduce weight or to make it more easy to forge, or if there's some kind of a thing that goes through there to make that a double handled. I'm not really sure about it. Do have, you can see there, a little bit of a bend right here, and I think we can fix that. It is riveted, so I'm not going to try to take it apart, and it has a very nice slight curve to the teeth, and so a set on the teeth. But all the teeth were there, and except, yep, all the teeth are there, and I thought, you know what, it'll make a good addition to the collection, and I don't have one with a metal handle. And it may be that that's not preferential, I'm not sure. I do like wood, but thought it was unique, so I went ahead and picked it up. Then I got a friend of mine, while I was in Montana, knew I collected old tools, and he gave me this scythe blade. So I've been meaning to do another video on the scythe. I did a video a while back, and after I posted it and everybody got a look at it and I got some comments and started doing some more research, I had used the scythe anvil on it and everything, and I found out that American scythes like this one do not need to be what's that called, work hardened. They don't need to be tapped on the anvil to harden and temper that edge to be work hardened, and that the scythes here in America are not like the European ones, and these are already tempered, they're already hardened, and all you have to do is sharpen them. So we'll probably fix this one up and get it into good working order. Might have to set this edge, it's awfully straight. Usually they set those so that it would set properly off of the handle. But anyways, I was grateful for that, and we have that for a future video. Then I picked up a few other things here. This thing here, I think, is a garden shears, If you know different, let me know. But I can't imagine using these all day. They are, and I thought there was supposed to be a stop or something on there, but this one doesn't seem to have one. Well, maybe one of these days we'll clean that up and add it to the collection. And then I got this, a friend of mine gave it to me. It's made in Cleveland, USA. And what I've noticed about it when he gave it to me, it seems it's all banged up and everything, and this has been used hard with the hammering, but it's pretty straight. Some of these will be bent. This shaft is bent, but this one here looks like it's in pretty good shape. The handle's cracked, so I think we can take off that nut right there and turn a new handle, soak this thing, clean it up, and have a nice little restored tool. So I picked that up as well. Then I had a couple of things here that I saw, and I've been looking for, I call these knee braces, hooks, whatever you want to call them. It's more like a coat hook. It's got the two ends there. And one of them I want to use as a coat hook. Probably put it up at the door so that I can put my apron on one hook and my coat on the other hook, especially in the winter, and be able to just set those up and have them there at the door. But the other one, I want to find a place for it to hang my Dietz lantern that I restored. And so I've been looking for something like this that I could put a lantern on and be able to have it displayed here in the shop. So I was glad to find these hooks. Then I was at a garage sale and I found this thing. It was $20 and I have been looking for the deep skillet. Now, one thing I'm curious about, and maybe some of you can help me, as you saw, it is Cabela's. Doesn't say made in the USA anywhere, so I'm presuming it's made overseas, and I'd be curious to know who makes it. If you know, please let me know about that in the comments. I'd really like to know where it's made, but for the most part, I think it will serve me well. As you probably already know, the deep dish here, the deep fryer, is for fish and chicken, and the lid is to keep it from splattering all over. But you can also flip the lid over and use it as a griddle. So I was glad to pick that up, and I figured for 20 bucks, why not? So I got that thing. Then another tool that my friend got me was this thing. Now the tag says it's a bumper hammer, and I'm still looking in my catalog, my dictionary of tools. I cannot find something that looks like this. It's very unique. It says right up here, Tremo, Ferguson, RH1P or 1D, or maybe it's 10. It's all marked up right there. So I'm not really sure. There's no patent number on it, so I don't know for sure. I don't know if this is for like a flatter, where you put this on the back of some metal and then you use another hammer, and this is the anvil, and maybe this is to make curved parts. One thing that crossed my mind is, if it's a bumper hammer, surely they didn't hammer out bumpers years ago, but maybe they did. And hammering out a bumper on a car, I could see where this end right here might be useful for that. But it's just a very unique hammer, and I'd like to hear from you guys. Should I restore it completely? The handle is cracked right here. I could remove the handle, put a brand new handle on it, take out this forge seam, and clean it all up so that it looked brand new with a new handle. Or should I preserve it? I could just lightly sand some of this and clean some of this off, give it some oil, maybe clean up these heads and this bumper back here. So let me know what you want to see. Should I restore it or should I preserve it? So put that there in the comments and let me know what you think. I do think it's a very unique hammer and it's very interesting. And if you know what it is, for sure, let me know that as well. And there we go. Bunch of fun new tools, some embellishments to put around the shop. I think this will look really nice once I get it cleaned up. Probably paint it black, probably a flat black, and then hang a lantern from it. I think it'll look really, really nice. So I had a lot of fun. Appreciate you guys coming along, and as I said, I'll put in the description the link to those videos when I was in Montana. Can't remember the town that I was in, that I passed through, but it's there in the title. So come join us on that and check it out if you haven't already checked it out, and join me on the next video when we clean some of these up. I think this is probably going to be my next project, and depending on what you guys say about this, I'll probably do this within the next week or two as well, and see if we're going to do a preservation or a restoration on it. So guys, until next time, thanks so much for stopping by the shop for a visit. It's always great to have you here. I appreciate your time and don't take it for granted. Look forward to the next time. And as always, here's to you. Have a great day. God bless.